Hi, J. Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jackson. We're at 309 Sandra Avenue, and we're getting ready to go inside. We've already explored what we have on the outside, but now we're going to take a look at the inside of this house and see how things compare. Now, I have two light switches here, but none of them actually give me light in the main living room. One of them operates the front porch light. So we're going to be a little bit in the dark here, and I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just a cloudy day, and we really don't have anything more we can do about it. Now, this front living area is pretty open and spacious. Nice. I'm thinking these are pergo floors. They might be LVP. The entryway has an interesting broken tile look to it that what they did was they raised these up kind of above the floor height, and it's beveled down below the height of that trim. So these tiles are up kind of high, and as I said, like a broken tile look to it. It's very rustic and interesting. The front door is okay. The deadbolt up high with the lever style door opener. There was once a mailbox flap, but they took that out and sealed it in, which is okay there too. Canvas curtains are keeping a lot of the light out of the house, and that's one of the reasons why we're having some issue here with this. I know there's a way of turning that ceiling fan on, and the light for it, maybe we can see if this will do it. Let's see. There we go. So that gives us something anyway. All right, so we can see the original French style framed in sash windows, single pane. Definitely original stuff. Thank you for the light. Dark blue, navy colored, painted brick wall. They did a nice job with the paint sprayed on. Looks good, nice and clean. Although, hiding that original brick, I guess if that's what you want to do, it's okay. I like the original brick look, but I guess maybe it's interesting enough that they felt it was worth a change in the color. The front room is pretty good sized. I'm not going to include what's over there, but from this under the shelves to the front door is about 16. We got about 22 feet from the outside of the door to this corner. And then along the long wall, and maybe you've got 30 feet along the long wall here. Really pretty big. So it makes kind of an alcove for your dining. That's what that does. And that's big enough you could put a table down there. The ceiling height is 8.5, and the texture on the walls and the ceiling makes me happy. It's not super thick and globbed on. I don't see any popcorn on the ceiling. It's just a nice plain texture with the white and the gray walls. So we're going to go through this doorway over here and into what is probably the master bedroom. Now, the problem with this is there's a doorway. There's no door. I think it's the master because I think I'm going to find, I guess it could be a dining room or a bonus room. I thought maybe it was a bedroom, and I thought we were looking at the bathroom there, since there is a little closet, but we'll look in the other side of the house to see. This little closet has several shelves. It's actually relatively good size, being about 6 feet by 22, but with these shelves in the way, you wouldn't really use it for coats or anything. I'd take those shelves out and kind of change that around a little bit if it was me. The knob for the door is almost in the correct place. It should be over a little bit farther this way, but at least it's not on the other side. They put this trim down here to give it a wainscot appearance. The paint below is a little bit lighter than the paint above. You can see that better when we look at this wall. And you can do something like that too, really easy. This room has a lot of light in it, even without the chandelier, from the two big windows there on either side. This takes us into the laundry room, tiled with dark and light tiles. The tiles are not perfectly installed. They're not all perfectly flat. either somebody walked on them or it was someone new doing this tile work. And this is the kitchen. Okay, so this is a kind of an interesting thing here. So this must be the living room, and that must be, or that's the living room, and this is the family room, because from there you have to go around here, this corner, through this doorway, and into the kitchen where your washer and dryer is. And then here is the kitchen. Big skylight. And a single light over the country-style basin sink with the country-style faucet and sprayer, oiled bronze, which looks nice, stainless dishwasher, stainless refrigerator, black glass top range, stainless microwave. These are all previously used. These are the ones that, I mean, either the people that lived here used them or they were put in used, because they're all used. I can tell that right away. The all of the pulls are oiled bronze look, which means they look almost black. They're not on the good rollers or the soft close. Probably these are the original cabinets, but they did a nice job of painting them and trimming them out so they look good. I like the little shelf. Skylight, I like the light, but sometimes skylights end up having a problem with, especially in Florida, with leaking. So you just have to keep your eye on that. Subway tile backsplash goes, actually the wall goes all the way up to the ceiling, around the bay window, set here, you know, kind of in a way to, you could put some plants or something in that window to give it a little more of a green feel to it. Quartz countertops. We don't see that very often in a home this price, but that's what they've done, is put in quartz countertops here. That's where they spent their money. Nice and big countertops all the way around. Really are very, very nice. And quartz is the best. If you're gonna use stone in your kitchen, and you can do it, you should always use quartz. Okay, so with all of that said, the kitchen isn't that big, maybe enough room for one person and a half. And I'm not sure that I'm happy with the laundry facilities right here next to that. It's definitely going to be noisy. They're not sealed up. There's not a way really to close it off from the rest of the house, so people are going to know when your washer dryer is going. There is lots of cabinet space for the washer dryer, though, and you do have this nice exit with the sliding door onto your little cement patio back there, where that we saw that little outdoor fire earlier. Okay, so that's the kitchen, and then the living room. By the way, there is a garbage disposal in that sink. Then the other living room, or the family room, you know, that kitchen is right here. Gosh, I would almost want to open that one end up and get access into this. If this is going to be your dining space, it would sure be nice if there was a kitchen access there. Make it a galley kitchen and open that up right there. That's what I would do. All right, we're going to go into the living side of the house. Now, we've got, once again, here, let's see if we've got a light switch. We've got these same broken tile floors that somebody has put down. This is raised up and it's beveled off on the edge. It has a slopes down, but they are raised up above the height of the floors in the living room. And you can see they did that for all of the rooms. So that's, by the way, this is Pergo. It's not luxury vinyl plank. It is a wood product, wood over paper. It's a pressed paper. When this gets wet, you will have some issues at the seams. So as you can see right here, there is a little bit of place where there's been some water damage, and you're going to find that happen. You can seal these floors up, though, and prevent that just using just like some kind of a wax floor cleaner. It will really help with keeping the problem up from that. Now, the transitions here, though, are open between this broken tile floor and the other rooms. So a transition, something that would prevent someone from stubbing their toe on the edge of that wood would really be helpful. We're going to go into this first bedroom. This bedroom goes out to the screen porch. It has the same pergo that we saw in the living room, and there is our cat door there to go out to the screen porch, and then there's another one that goes out of the screen porch to the outside, so they let their cats run around. That's okay. Ceiling fan hangs really low. Probably should be pulled off and mounted flush to the ceiling. Needs to be cleaned too. These blades are really dirty. Closet in this room is 6 feet by 22 inches. There is a bar and a shelf at about the right height, although that doesn't leave a lot of room to put big things. That's what you got. The slider goes out to the screen porch. I'm not going to go out there, but you can see what we've got for the screen porch. The tile work there is good. The screens are solid as we saw from the outside. The ceiling in there looks good. You do have a little screen door to the screen porch on the outside, and then the cats, of course, can go in and out through their little cat flap. This milk chocolatey brown color wall would need to be primered in order to cover it. You'd need to spray some primer like Kills primer to cover this. Otherwise, you're going to paint like 47 times to cover and hide this dark chocolate. The switches, a lot of the light switches here, like this one, are really dirty. I see that in the house in a lot of different places where they just need to be replaced or cleaned up. And some of the floors where we have the this broken tile, the floors are actually cracking, as you can see right here. And that could be from settling, or it could just be because of the way they installed these. I don't know. Attic access, I see a hinge, which means this is actually a pull down. The string is missing though, but you could pull this down and then there would be a ladder up above that where you could get into the attic and store things. So we've got 2 louvered doors. This one I think is probably for the furnace. And it has the old style glass doorknob. I'd replace this with a modern doorknob. Okay, so the door doesn't actually open. That's it. And that means, really the door needs to be trimmed for it to be able to have access to the furnace here. The furnace seems to be in good shape, but you do need to occasionally change that filter that's underneath it, and it's going to be tricky to do with this door the way it is. So getting somebody to kind of cut the bottom off of that door would be helpful. Looks like there's some brochures and other information in there. Thank you for that. I don't know what these all mean, but I'm sure you'll end up figuring that out if you end up in this place. Information about the filters. Nice. Okay, and then we have this other smaller louvered door here on this side. This opens up into a corner closet, probably like a linen closet. The shelves are painted, but the paint is coming off. Probably some shelf paper or just repainting would resolve that. This is not wood. It's actually a press board with a vinyl coating on the top, like a plastic layer that's glued on. And the paint's not going to stick to that very well. That's why that's peeling off. But anyway, a decent amount of space there for your, your sheets, towels, that kind of thing. Not really enough for more than that. Not good for blankets and not good for coats. Doorknob's in the right place. Thank you. Okay, so we would check that one next. We're going to go into the bathroom here. So let's see if we've got a light switch. We do. And it works. Light switch needs to be have the cover tightened up a little bit. And I'd change that out because it's kind of ugly. Floors are pretty dirty. Nothing that someone with a scrub brush couldn't resolve pretty quickly. Fancy bathroom mirror, 3-light vanity light, single sink, 1-piece vanity with the oiled bronze fixture. That's Home Depot special, and it's been in there a while, and I know that because the fixture itself has got some lime from the water on it. Toilet is the 2-button flush. There is behind the door a little closet Once again, we've got the louvered doors here. They like those louvered doors, but this door is not, it's not staying in the groove, and the door does not open like it should. So there's definitely something going on with that. Closet is big, but really kind of needs a cleanup. You know, some fresh paint. I would get rid of that gray and put some white in there, or leave the gray in the back as an accent, paint the rest, get some more shelves in there so that it looks, you know, cleaner and neater. You do have your plumbing for the shower right here, and then there's a little plate that hides the actual faucet and valve in the wall. That makes it really easy to do repairs if you have to in the shower. So we have a shower curtain. I won't say anything about it because you already know. Tiled surround with the small subway tiles and then the regular subway tiles on the ends. This has all been coated with the tub coating or the paint. And this has been done a while ago because they did the drain, but the drain is kind of looking a little rusty and needing some cleanup. This is a porcelain tub, and then your regular real tile, and then the walls above the tile are purple. So the purple also is going to need to have a pretty good amount of Kills sprayed on there, you know, before any regular other colors would be able to be painted on there to hide that. Ceiling paint is starting to peel. This is because we don't have a vent. There's no vent. What that means is that when you turn on the shower and it gets hot, all the steam goes up and it rots out the ceiling. So you really need some venting in here. There's a ceiling light or a skylight, but they've got this little opaque plastic sheet over the top of it. And that's okay, lets in some light, but you know, nobody can see into that. However, you also have another one of your bay window add-ons that, you know, you can put some greens in there or whatever, but they're definitely going to be able to see anybody looking in. Good thing you've got a curtain. So that is the hall bath. And let's go ahead and hit this bedroom here while we're on this side. I think that's probably what this is. Yeah. So, rainbow unicorns. That's a feature. The ceiling fan, same, needs to be flush mounted, but it's hanging down really low. These light globes are low enough that I'll hit my head. Floor is the pergo that we saw in the living room. Wall is a light gray color, much better than the purple that we saw in the bathroom. Closet space is small, but it has a closet kit in it. There's no door. Actually, it's not that bad. Probably 60 inches by 22. And then there is one wire shelf, a second one that's just sitting loose, and then the bar and the upper shelf, which is really too high up. Then you also have these two big cabinets here beside that with more shelf and bar hanging space. And you got two of those. So lots and lots of room. Big skylight, painted purple. I guess that goes with the unicorn rainbow theme that we have on the curtains. The pink and the purple match so nicely too. Watch your head, Jay. Boy, that's really low. So I got to be careful in this one. The door needs some paint, and also it's either not hung correctly or the house has shifted, because if I open the door, the poltergeist here closes it for me. Thank you, whoever you are. Lights switches, as you can see, are dirty. I'd sure like to see those cleaned and replaced. We'll get the lights off here and we'll head back into the main part of the house. So now we saw that bathroom, we saw that bedroom, we saw this main living space, we saw that room over there, we saw the kitchen. So I think this is a 2-bedroom house, and we've just seen the whole thing. This is all of it. Kind of a strange layout with the kitchen all the way around the corner, like that. Seriously, I would take that middle cabinet out and open that wall up so you could have a pass-through right there. You make this a galley kitchen, you know. That makes much more sense instead of having to do this big corkscrew loop to get to where you're eating, unless that's going to be in this room. And you know, if you did that, if you opened this up here, then you could close this up here, and this could become a bedroom once again. You just seal that little doorway in. And that seems to be a nice way to add a 3rd bedroom, and it wouldn't be that big of a project to do that. That would be what I would do. So, 309 Sandra Road is where we're at. It's J. Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jax. And I just want to say, a few things about this property. First thing is that the renovation is okay. I definitely think they could have done a better job. The different colors in the bedrooms sure would have been nice if they brought those down to the same neutral gray that we have here. I like the Pergo, but it's been down for a while, and not all of it is in good shape. There's definitely some places where the coating's coming off, and you can live with that if you seal it up. It's okay. The layout of the floor, having to pass through this extra room that was once a bedroom and into the laundry room to get into the kitchen, seems like that has no feng shui. It really should be open right here. This is the dining room. That is where the kitchen is. This should have access to that kitchen. And that should be sealed off from here so that this could be sealed off so that that could be a 3rd bedroom. That is what makes sense to me. Or you could make this a great room, open all this up, take that wall out, make this one big giant room. That'd be okay. But you're still, if you do that, suffering because that kitchen is in the little pocket corner there. There's only 2 bedrooms. This house is definitely big enough for 3. So I really would feel like I'd like to see, once again, something done here to add a 3rd bedroom. I'm sad that the outlets and the switch plates and the switches themselves are dirty and have not been replaced. I mean, an outlet like this guy here, to replace that, the outlet is about $2 and the plate is about 40 cents. So, less than $3. And, all of these need that. They all need to have that same care given to them that they're not getting now. So I kind of feel like the house looks good, but I'm not sure that it would be the right house for me simply because I don't like the way it flows. And I think that the layout of the rooms is bad. This is an interesting entry, and I don't really mind it for the entry, but I sure don't like it over there in that hallway. I walk around a lot at night, and if I was walking on that in my bare feet, I would be kicking the edges of this wood all the time, and that would suck. So that's my opinion. Of course, you guys can decide for yourself. I love the neighborhood. The neighborhood's wonderful, and the grounds are really great. House, well, you can't have everything. So the question is it good enough? If it is, give me a call, let me know, and then we can talk further about it. Until then, this is J. Frederick Smith, Continental Realty of Jax, and I'm heading off to the next one, and I'll see you at the next one.